Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Lavinia and I post YouTube videos regarding makeup, skincare, acne positivity, and just making you feel good in your own skin. Today's video is going to be an in-depth tutorial on how to get flawless looking makeup on texture, especially if you are currently on a retinoid and your skin has been peeling. I am like about a month and a half in on Arazlo, which is basically like Tretinoin. It's a prescription retinoid and it's been making my skin peel like crazy, to the point where my makeup often was looking like this at the end of the day. I could not have a good makeup day to save my life, and I'm like, that's it. I need to rethink how I'm doing my makeup to make sure that I can still have, you know, flawless looking makeup that's not cracking and peeling on me. And I thought, let me share this with you because there has to be other people out there who are dealing with struggling with their makeup application when on Arazlo. So not only is this makeup going to be peel and dry flaky proof, but it's also going to be pretty heat proof. I am doing a market today for my skincare brand 9 to 5, which is going to be outside all day in the heat, and it's going to be very hot. So I need this makeup to not only look smooth and really nice on the skin, but also not look super heavy in the sun and also not melt off my face. So not only am I going to be showing you how to do this makeup look that looks really good on textured skin, unfiltered, all that, I'm also going to be showing you how the makeup looks in different lighting, and I'm going to be walking you through a full day wear test so we can make sure that this makeup actually stayed peel proof and heat proof all day long. So I'm going to show you all of that. But before we get into this, remember to check out my podcast, Loud Talk with Lavi, where we break down the walls of beauty standards one flaw at a time. You can also shop my skincare brand 9 to 5 Skin and get 50% off with the code Loud Talk. And just a reminder, tell yourself something you love about your skin today, because your skin is beautiful no matter what you're going through right now. But without further ado, let's get right on into this makeup tutorial.
Tell me, baby, what's the problem? I keep trying to figure it out. Oh no.
Alright, so let's get started with this makeup tutorial, but it's all going to start in the skin prep. So in the morning, I always spray hypochlorous acid on. I've been loving this one from Element. It's just a regular hypochlorous acid spray, but I just discovered their hypochlorous acid solution. So this is like the X version of it. It's 6 times stronger than their regular one, which, I mean, hypochlorous acid is an ingredient that I love for my skin. But what I've been doing is taking a cotton pad with a bit of the solution, because I don't cleanse my face in the morning because it's already dry, but I use this to kind of exfoliate very lightly, just those dry flakes on the skin. Like, I don't know if you can see, but I have a few of them on my nose, and they're really going to pop up when we do the makeup. So I want to kind of give that as a fresh base. As I said, very gently. I don't want to be too harsh with this because the skin is already, you know, more in a compromised state. But it's just going to give skin that slight refresh it for the day. I think if you do cleanse your skin in the morning while on Arazlo, make sure you're using something very gentle. Like for me, I would go in with the cleanser from my skincare line 9 to 5 because it's a very hydrating product. So now I'm gonna take a hydrating toner, pat into the skin. This is the Rhode Glazing Milk. I really do like this one. And again, I'm just powdering. In between each layer of skincare, we're gonna let things really dry down nicely and absorb into the skin. This Arazlo journey has been so insane, and I feel like all I want is a good makeup day. It's all I want. I don't, because the glow, look at the glow the skin is giving. Like, it's insane. The glow is so good. I think that's my #1 benefit that I've been seeing from the Arazlo so far. The purging has gone down, but this is flaking. Like, the skin is glowing, but then I put on some makeup and it looks dry as hell because of all the flaking, but really it doesn't feel dry. So we're gonna mitigate that today. Hydrating glowy serum. This is the Youth to the People Skin Drip. I am so obsessed with this. It's full of antioxidants and it gives the skin such a nice hydrated glow. We're gonna make sure every product really sinks into the skin before we apply the next. Look at the glow the serum gives. It's insane. I love this stuff. I'm like halfway through this stuff. One of my favorite new products I've integrated into my skincare routine. And then the last product for the skin prep, moisturizer / sunscreen. I'm gonna use Face the Day from my brand 9 to 5 because this is a very hydrating formula. It will protect my skin from the sun and just be a really good prep for the makeup as well. Give it a good shake. When I do my sunscreen, I use like a swiping patting motion. Now sometimes when I apply my sunscreen, it will cling to those dry patches that I wake up with, but I find that first step of using that cotton pad with the hypochlorous acid really helps get rid of that instant flakiness the skin has, and everything just smooths on so much better. As I said, we really want to let that skincare sink into the skin, so let me quickly do the brows. I've been obsessed with the Big Bush Brow Gel from Urban Decay. Alright, time to get into the actual makeup application. Let me zoom you in. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of this Say Sun Glow Glowy Super Gel. This is really nice because it's a gel formula, so it works great for acne prone skin. Say Super Gel to give a bit of a bronze. This stuff doesn't accentuate texture. It gives a really nice plump look to the skin, and will just give me a little bit of that color underneath the makeup. We're really focusing on the natural glow of the skin today. Like, the skin is glowy, and this stuff is really good because sometimes these like bronzer stuff can really cling to like dry spots. This one is that gel, so it kind of sits on top and creates this really nice glow without the glitter. Alright, now an oldie but a goodie, the L'Oreal True Match Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Serum is one of the best makeup products for textured skin. It looks so flawless on. This one looks so good on textured skin. You guys know I'm a brush girly through and through, but I find lately with a brush that kind of just brings up the flakes a bit more. So I am going to use a sponge for this, and I do actually really like how this product works with a sponge. And I'm not going to do a very heavy layer. I don't want my texture to be really amplified by this product, and luckily this stuff does a really good job at just smoothing out the skin, not emphasizing texture, but I don't want to use too much. You can go like in with quite a bit of product though, like it won't look heavy on. I'm gonna use the sponge. I find the sponge actually works really nicely with this formula. Contrary to like other tinted products where a sponge kind of absorbs them right away, this one I find actually applies really beautifully onto the skin with the sponge. So we're gonna blend that all out. Look how stunning this product looks on the skin. No flaking so far. And we don't have any flaking so far, which is a great sign. I'm gonna take a bit more of the product and just build it up where I want more coverage. No matter how much you apply of this product, it just ends up looking really natural and nice on. So we have a little flake here. What I usually do is just kind of rub it out. I know this is like crazy, but I feel like doing my makeup recently when my skin's flaking due to my Arazlo, I've just had to make it work, you know? Alright, so for concealer, I'm gonna give you guys some options depending on the type of coverage you want. If you want something really nice, light, hydrating, I really have been liking this one from Laura Mercier. It is super lightweight though, so not like the most full coverage. Very hydrating though. I've been experiencing some of that flaking under the eyes, so I would rather have more of a hydrating light coverage than something super intense that's going to flake on me. I'm gonna take the same sponge and pat this out. The mistake I've been making lately is rubbing around my eyes, because that, again, with a brush, just really brings out all of the flaking. As you can see, this is a very light coverage product, so sometimes I do have to build it up. Now, I don't like to do a lot of coverage, as I said, around the eyes, but if you do want to spot conceal, this is where you're going to go in with a more high coverage concealer rather than the high coverage foundation. One of my favorites, you guys know, is the IRL concealer from Makeup Revolution. If you need something more hydrating though, I love the e.l.f. Camo. And I'm going to use this product to give me that high coverage rather than my skin tint today. Take the sponge and just tap it in. You can let it dry down for a minute if you want the coverage to be even more intense. I'm not going for full coverage today, more of a medium. Love this. Contour, I love a good cream contour, and I do like using a brush. I will say that, but instead of going in with the product right away, we're gonna take, with the contour, I'm gonna take it on a brush, not put it directly on the face. You want one that's super easy to blend out. This one from Rare Beauty is one of my favorites. And luckily, I haven't been experiencing too much peeling on the sides of my face. Someone told me that you mostly peel where you have like more of your problem acne areas, which for me are definitely like around the mouth and my chin, so it makes sense why I'm peeling more there. I'm going to use the brush, and as you can see, this very easily blends out, so I'm not having to put a lot of pressure, so then it won't raise the skin at all. So kind of using a dabbing motion even with my contour brush, and very, very lightly blending this out. This might take you more time, but this way you're gonna have a smoother application. On the nose though, I do get that flaking, so I'm gonna just take a little bit on my sponge, like so, and then take the other side to blend. And then you can take your sponge kind of all over to make sure everything's really nicely blended on the skin. The skin is skinning, guys. The skin is skinning. For the blush, again, I think a gel-ish formula is just gonna sit nicer right now. So I'm gonna take this Milani blush in the shade Wine Glow and tap that out with my sponge. Very glowy, liquidy product. I'm taking a blush with more of a gel-based consistency, tapping that out. And a cream blush will also work great in this scenario because you can go in with your sponge and then tap it out on the face. This is Lawless in the shade Rosebud. I've really been liking these Lawless blushes. They apply really nicely onto textured skin. Now it's time for powder. I think this is where things get a little tricky depending on what you need. So I'm going to use two types of powders. I'm going to use my Laura Mercier, which is my typical go-to. Now if you find a powder puff is too drying, you can definitely take it on a wet sponge. We know we all used to do this back in the day. I haven't been peeling so much in this cheek area, so I'm going to take my Laura Mercier here because I need this makeup to also be like heat proof, but a wet sponge can help it look less drying on the skin. I just realized I didn't even prime today, but the skin is looking so good that I don't even think I need to. I'm also going to use this powder where I tend to crease a bit more with my smile lines. But I will say the wet sponge is really, really helping, making sure that this is just looking really flawless on the skin and not dry. More hydrating powder would be the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I'm going to take this on a bit of a powder puff, tap some onto my hand, and kind of set the rest of the face down with this. This has such a nice finish to it, but we're still going to maintain some of that glow. Powder bronzer, this one from Physicians Formula, doesn't emphasize texture and just sits really, really beautifully on the skin, so I love that one. And then blush, I'm gonna take Charlotte Tilbury in the shade The Climax. This is a really nice powder blush because it has a little bit of that sheen product in there, so I want to emphasize the texture as much. Okay, I'm gonna go finish the eyes and lips off camera and I'll be right back to show you the finished look. Alright guys, so I just finished the makeup look. I want to let you guys know what I use. So I use the Vanity Makeup palette, just these like brown shades for the eyes, and then I went in with some Urban Decay Moon Dust in the shade Star Cowgirl in the inner corner, and topped it off with MAC Stacked Mascara in the shade Chestnut. It's this really deep brown. Then for the lips, I went in with one of my new favorite lip combos, Lawless Forget the Filler lip liner in the shade Honey Rose. Then I went in with this NYX liquid lipstick in this beautiful nude shade, and the Lawless Cherry Vanilla lip gloss on top, and I'm obsessed. Let's go ahead and set down this makeup. I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter because I need this makeup to last in the heat today, and I'm going to make sure that fully dries down. So here is the finished look. I am so obsessed with how this turned out. It's like the perfect glowy glam look that isn't going to accentuate my acne prone flaky skin that I have going on. I just think it looks so, so beautiful on the skin. But of course, let me show you what this looks like in different lighting. Here's away from the ring light. Some good old bathroom lighting. This always gives like a very realistic look of the skin. And of course, natural lighting. This will give a similar effect to the ring light where it kind of blows everything out. It makes everything look really flawless. Man, has it been a day. It has certainly been a day. I didn't even turn on my light. Let me retouch this lip for you guys. And let me update you on my makeup because I am looking a little bit rough right now. So I just got home. It's like 10 p.m. I was at my market. I was at a day market all day. It was so hot out selling my skincare products from my brand 9 to 5 Skin. So I was literally outside all day long, and my eye was watering like crazy from this eye here. So as you can see, the makeup is really, really rubbed off on this side because I literally had to go in with a paper towel and physically rub it off because it was just watering so much. And then since it was so hot out and everything, was wearing my sunglasses. So we do have some wear there, but If we look down here, a little bit of my makeup transferred, like my lipstick here, because when I was eating, but we don't have any flaking, as you can see. No flaking. So this process definitely, you know, stayed hydrated all day and didn't cause my skin to flake, didn't make the makeup crack up like it has before through this Arazlo journey, and it's honestly held up really nicely. And as you can see, yes, it's worn down, but it's worn down in a really nice natural way where the skin still looks really nice and glowy and nothing looks super caked or cracked up. So I'm actually very impressed with how this looks considering the day I have had. So that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this makeup routine helped you guys out, because I know us girlies just want a good slay looking makeup. Even if our skin is peeling, even if we're on Arazlo, we're dealing with acne, dryness, we still want a good makeup day, and hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on our weekly uploads. We upload every single Friday at 8 a.m. MST. Also, make sure to check out my Instagram and TikTok at Lavinia for daily videos. I post so much on there, so you don't want to miss out on that. And check out my podcast, Loud Talk with Lavi, if you want more confidence boosters. We talk all about breaking down the walls of beauty standards one flaw at a time over there. New episodes come out every single Sunday at 7 a.m. MST. Shop my brand 9to5skin at 9to5skin.com. You can use the code LOUDTALK for 50% off your purchase. That is all for today's video. I love you all so much. Remember to tell yourself something you love about your skin today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Tell me, baby, what's the